Use your eyes. I made the talismans float. Pay attention. There are so many paper dolls over there. Surely your judge friend left some clues for you. Won't you take a look? Do you understand? This story of the supernatural is in the illusory maze for a reason. It contains the clue to help us get out of here. Come back and read it again if you need to.
The courtesies have been performed. Enter, O honored guests.
It seems like we're ready. Now we just have to get out. Stop! Do you remember our deal? You need to help me evade capture. Ugh. Is this what humans call sympathy? How acerbic. Yuck. Forget about the judge. Just get us both out of here.
It's you! I finally found another living soul! I'm so happy! I thought I was gonna be stuck here forever. I'm so happy to see you! Have you seen Miss Gwaynaifen? I still haven't found her. Is she gonna be okay?
Give it up. Gwaynaifen was probably eaten by the heliobi already.
How can that be? If that could happen to someone as lively as Miss Gwaynaifen, that means I'm in even more danger.
Did you know that the larynx is the easiest muscle to control in the human body?
You can find the way out, right? Please take me with you.
Not this again! You're a judge of the Ten Lords Commission! Why are you always begging others for help?
You know I'm not cut out to be a judge. I thought maybe if I worked long enough in the Ten Lords Commission, I'd get braver. But now, I know it's impossible.
Useless brat. Why was I sealed in with someone like you?
You talk tough all day long, then let both of us get stuck in a trap. Who's the useless brat now?
There's no point in following me. I'm leaving, and you're not coming with me. Goodbye.
No! Please don't leave! Wait, please!
Beast? From a taxonomic perspective, I believe you're closer to that definition.
The Ten Lords Commission needs to overhaul their hiring criteria. How did someone as useless as you ever become a judge?
Hey, cut it out! I'm the only one around here who gets to tell this kid off. Me and those other judges. Got that? Wait! Hold on. I smell something familiar. Cirrus, it's you. Still a fan of your pathetic ventriloquist act, I see.
Oh, this is funny. This is just too funny. I thought you'd already escaped the furnace's destiny of torture. Who would have thought that a piece of Ignomar the Great, the fragment with the most fight in it, would become a guard dog sealed inside a crybaby? Oh, forgive me. Did I say guard dog? No, that won't do. You're just a guard dog's tail, right? Just a tail, a tail, a tail.
Laugh while you can, coward. I'm gonna swallow you whole the second you leave that boy's body.
Terrifying. The joke's on you. You couldn't leave that judge's body if you tried. You can't eat her, let alone escape from her. Mr. Tail, you're pathetic.
Darn it! Think of something, you wimp!
Mr. Trailblazer, take this talisman and stick it to your body. It'll temporarily suppress the heliobus's influence.
Hey, boy! Say something nice to Wawa. Her crying is like a mosquito in my ear.
Oh, what a feast! Human emotions are simply delicious. Your sorrowful tears are like bottles of potent wine. Does the Xianzhou sail through the cosmos? For a heliobus that enjoys provoking your weak human sentiments, I can assure you there is nothing more amusing. Now, don't forget about our deal. I will leave only once I've got what I wanted. Of course. Surely you don't think I've left you just because you can see me. So naive.
Cirrus talks nothing but nonsense. But even so, Wawa has a sensitive heart. You, go say something nice to the girl. Yes, which is why she needs other organic beings like you to support her. Get it? Go! Roam free? Is that what you call this? This is as far as I can get from her. You think I'd be here playing house with you numbskulls if I could fly away?
It's not your fault. It was that bad heliobus making us fight. Someone as nice as you wouldn't say such mean things. Only a possession would make you act like that. Still, what the heliobus said was true. I've always been shy and scared. My life's been a nightmare ever since Tail possessed me. When I was at school, people were always asking why my tail was on fire. Everywhere I went, people would notice.
Oh, so it's all my fault. If you'd just let me devour you at the start, I could have spared you the trouble.
Then I got into the 10 Lords Commission. Everyone there is weird, so I thought I'd found somewhere I belong. But the job is too dangerous. I have to fight demons and ghosts and bad guys every day. I'm just not cut out for it. If I make it back alive, I'm handing in my resignation. Who thought making a heliophobe with a heliobus in her tail hunt heliobi was a good idea? I'm sorry. I've been so useless. I'm glad it helped.
You hear that? Stop crying! You're useful! And your paper dolls are useful too! I've had enough of this! As soon as I swallow that coward Cirrus, I'm gonna devour this little crybaby too!
What a pity that Mr. Tale is nothing like he used to be. If we still had our old power, we could forget about this maze and devour its creator, Furynox.
Your old power?
Well, Mr. Tale, seems she knows nothing about your past. Little Missy, do you know why the heliobi are gathered in this abandoned garden instead of seizing human habitations?
Team building?
Because over 1,000 years ago, this very garden was the site of an epic battle between the general of the Luofu and the great heliobus Ignimar. Now that the furnace is broken and the heliobi have escaped, fragments like us, who once constituted Ignimar the Whole, have returned here with the desire to challenge the general again. The battle between the general and Ignimar was an earth-shaking contest of devastating proportions. Ignimar underwent countless transformations, causing floods, fires, and thunderous landslides. They were locked in a standoff. An evenly matched fight.
Evenly matched? Really?
The general who fought for the Luofu against the heliobus was named Teng Xiao.
The 10 Lords Commission records say that Ignimar was soundly defeated by General Teng Xiao.
Of course the human records would flatter their general. The great Ignimar absorbed the power of countless fellow heliobi, but ultimately underestimated human deceit. They were narrowly defeated by the general. We heliobi could never condense into physical form after that battle. We scattered into fragments and were sealed into the creation furnace. But there's an exception to everything. Mr. Tale, I thought you'd escaped to freedom. Who could have guessed you'd be sealed in this tiny Foxian girl? Humiliating.
Sealed my foot? My power was weak when I ran into this fox child. It was bad luck. Nothing more.
When I was littler, I saw a ball of fire that looked like it was about to turn to embers. I felt sorry for it, so I picked it up and put it on my tail. And then, Mr. Tail tried to eat me! If the judges hadn't arrived, it would have been over!
Bah, I did no such thing! You're barely big enough to be an appetizer!
All the pain I've suffered since I met you must be retribution for my stupidity back then!
Hilarious! It's a pity Mr. Tail didn't devour you. He might have recovered his power and turned the Xianzhou upside down, just like Ignimar did. Why? Does there have to be a reason? The official answer is that the Xianzhou is sealing heliobi in a cage and forcing them to supply energy to the ship. In reality, however, we just want to fight the General and see what the Xianzhou is truly made of. We Heliobi were carefree life forms, but were tainted with the illness of humanity once we came into contact with it. It's humanity's fault for having such intense emotions and desires. Now we can never return to the purity of our past. I want to be free again. I want to return to the cosmos. Mr. Tale, you don't want to regroup with the fragments? You don't want to be here, Tale, forever? Why don't you return with me to the great beyond?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Cirrus.
That's impossible. Mr. Tale was sealed by the judges of the Ten Lords Commission. He can't escape, and neither can you. That door just opened on its own!
Less screaming, more thinking. This is an opportunity, is it not? Let's go in and check it out.
There's a book of ghost stories here, just like before. Could it have anything to do with this puzzle?
I feel much safer with you here. Still feel like I'm gonna faint, though. May the Arbiter protect us!
Looks good.
The courtesies have been performed. Enter, O honored guests.
Look! There's a mirror behind the door!
Didn't I see a similar mirror when I was dragged in?
That sound. Hua, this way.
What's going on? There's a voice in the mirror? That voice sounds familiar.
Hua, are you in the mirror? I finally found you.
Madam Shui?
Vixtral Garden has been enveloped by an unknown power. You must be careful.
We still haven't found Miss Gwaynifin. I don't know where she went.
The task at hand is to save you from this illusion. Come, pass through the mirror and come to our side.
Are we above Vixtral Garden?
So many bronze mirrors. Could it be that...
You're right, boy. This place is changing. It's trying to stop us from escaping.
But one of these mirrors must contain the exit, right? Let's check them all.
This is the exit, you useless brat! Come here!
Madam Madame Shui can be a bit of a meanie, but she never talked to me like that. That doesn't sound like her. Come to think of it, it kind of sounds like Tale.
Constructive criticism!
Let's go look at the other mirrors.
Wahwa, sweetie. Come to Big Sister Shuai.
Yuck! That judge would never say something so sickly.
Let's go and look at the next mirror.
The situation in Fixtral Garden is getting worse. Why have you not left? Is something the matter in there?
Over here. That sounds like the real Madame Shui.
The real Madame Shui? Are there pretenders inside the illusion? I see. Do not be afraid. Huahua knows me well. She will be able to discern me from the counterfeits.
But what if I can't tell the difference?
You must trust yourself. Come. Hurry, Huahua. Pass through the mirror and come to me.
Wait. I want to ask a few questions to see if you're the real person.
Who is Hanya?
Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Likely, through some secret means that I am unaware of.
I didn't have any connections at all. So, we're gonna...
Hurry, Huahua. Pass through the mirror and come to me.
Wait. I want to ask a few questions to see if you're the real person.
Hanya is my younger sister, but this alone cannot prove who I am. Ask me something else. By decree of the 10 Lords, Spiritfarer Huahua is skilled and diligent, capable and worthy of officialdom. She is hereby promoted to the position of judge. I still remember the decree for her promotion.
That's her! This has to be Madame Shui behind the mirror. So, we're gonna...
Mirrors again! What a surprise!
Look around us, Mr. Tale. I think we're at the edge of the illusion. Maybe these are the only mirrors left?
Nice.
Hurry, Huahua. This should be the last mirror.
I need to ask you some questions about myself first.
She will be expelled after tonight's operation. She is not fit for her job at the 10 Lords Commission.
Really? So I don't even need to write a resignation letter?
Stupid girl! This is obviously a trick!
An insignificant demon. I can't wait to devour it myself.
Aha! Not even trying to hide your true colors.
So, we're gonna...
Come here, Woa. Come through the mirror.
I need to ask you some questions about myself first.
Her caution is a skill all judges of the Ten Lords Commission should possess.
Huh. That's a funny way of describing cowardice. Nauseating.
It's the most powerful fragment of Ignimar's demise. Who would have guessed it still contains so much power after so many years?
Ha! You've given the game away.
So, we're gonna...
Come here, Woa. Come through the mirror.
I need to ask you some questions about myself first.
As a judge responsible for capturing criminals, her cowardice is a dereliction of duty. I will reprimand her severely once you leave the illusion.
Huh? That doesn't sound like Madame Shui. Right?
Stupid girl! This is obviously a fake!
Her tail will be extracted and suppressed after the job is over.
You fraud. I'll deal with you once I get out.
So, we're gonna... I'm not the best judge of things, but these mirrors...
Not a single one is the real thing!
None of them show Madame Shui as I know her to be.
That puppet judge never respected me. But she also never let her guard down.
I've spent a long time working with Madame Shui. She's always known that I'm scared and timid, but she never told me off.
The Ten Lords Commission never cared a wink about your frail constitution. You're the only one who makes a big deal about it. And as long as you don't track me down, I don't really care how much of a coward you are either.
Oh, Tail?
Hey! Get away from me! What do you know? And what are we even talking about? We need to focus!
The illusion wants to keep us in, but it can't possibly keep expanding its borders forever. I think there's gotta be a fourth mirror somewhere. I think there's a mirror on that floating island, but it's a bit far away. Could I crawl my way there?
Quit stalling and get on with it! I didn't think you'd be able to. All these years and you finally started to grow up a bit.
Hurry, Huohua. This should be the last mirror.
I don't want to go back the way we came, but I need to ask some questions about myself to make sure.
Everyone is different. A judge is not a soldier, and they need more than just courage. It is the decree of the 10 Lords for Huohua to be elevated to a judge. There must be some meaning in it.
Just what do those old fogies see in this coward?
Let's go! This is the right mirror.